Monday evening. Thanks for listening wherever you are and however you may be on Facebook Live, on YouTube. We appreciate it. Longtime high school friend of mine. Haven't seen him in a long time, a lot of years, but it just seems like it was yesterday when we just spoke a couple days ago. And it's a pleasure to introduce Gene Ajax. So good to see you, my dude. How's it been? How have you been? How's family been?
Man, listen, welcome to I'm happy to see you again, man. Listen,
Yeah,
it's been a very long time. Everything's been good, man. Every, just like life, it's gonna be up and downs, but it's all about how you go through it.
for sure. So we were talking off here last week, and it was weird because you came to New York actually in 1991. You were like going back and forth from Haiti and
Yeah,
USA, and you made USA home in 1991. And I came from Guyana in 1991. You were kind of surprised to know about and hear about that.
right.
What was it like growing up in Haiti, man? What do you remember most about growing up in Haiti?
So here's the thing about growing up in Haiti, right? Don't to let everybody know, I was born in Haiti, but 3 months later I was here in the States,
Right.
right? So I kind of grew up in Jamaica, Queens, up until I was 8. Then I went to Haiti. So I partially grew up in Haiti. Um, I gotta tell you, man, listen, it was a culture shock. Not so much because the parents already speaking the language and whatever, but as far as life in Haiti and everything else, it was fun. It was
Yeah.
fun, man. Like the only bad memories I think I would have is going into the country at the time where the revolution was happening. You had the baby docs that was leaving, and they had what they called the militia called the Tontomacuts. So all these people were being chased for all the things they've done to people. So imagine getting off the plane and there's a mass of people running down the street with a body on the pike.
Yeah.
You
Crazy.
know what I mean?
Crazy.
So like you see shit like this in the movies, barely as a kid, right? But
Right.
um you jump into the country and you're like, it's this is how they go about it. This is what made Haiti Haiti. Like we're not gonna sit there and take shit for too long,
Right.
right? So first chance they get to find the people, find and get the people that have been um choking them for so long.
Suppressed. Yeah.
Yeah, they gonna get you.
Yeah.
They gonna get you. But after
True.
that, once all the noise clears, the country runs as it should until there's other interferences that you know. But
Right.
yeah.
Who taught you Creole? What was your first word, if you remember, in Creole?
First one was caca, okay? First one was caca.
Right.
As far as learning Creole, I grew up in a house that spoke French to me.
Okay.
Okay. My mom, my dad, grandma, highly educated. So they wanted to make sure that the French didn't die with them. So they taught me and my little brother how to speak French growing up. Now, Creole is what they spoke amongst themselves,
Oh, okay.
but you pick it up anyway,
Right.
right? So
Right. Right.
eventually, so it just so happens that one day as they were talking, and then I heard the word, and I'm like, "Caca." Yo, don't say that. But what's funny is that the word caca is actually how they say it in French. It's not a curse word in
Right.
French,
Okay.
but in Creole, it is.
What's the biggest difference, though? The dialect. Is it the dialect, the pronunciation between French and Creole?
Well, the dialect, the pronunciation is usually never the same as coming from French to Creole, because Creole it's like the patois of Haiti, right?
Okay.
So there's a lot of French words, Latin words. Um, until these past couple, I'll say maybe 10 years so, English wasn't really incorporated like that in Creole.
Okay.
But there were some words that actually, sparked something. I mean, it's like, for example, um, you have mayas, right? Mayas. If we say mayas, that means somebody's feet stink,
Right.
right?
Right.
But when you break it down, my ass is really my ass.
Yeah,
So it's,
yeah.
it's kinda like this just stinks like my ass. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's, there's some seldom English words that do play on, but
Right.
um it's different. It's different. And it was
Okay.
meant to be different so that when the slaves were speaking among themselves, the French owners didn't understand what was being said.
Correct.
So it had to be different.
Right. Right. For sure. You prefer English? Who taught you English, by the way? Was it you
Well,
learned Creole
English,
and then you learn English?
well, don't forget, I grew up here in Jamaica, Queens.
Okay.
So English was kind of like the thing of TV being outside in school.
Right.
So we could say English was kind of like my second language.
Okay. Gotcha.
Because again, we spoke French in the house. I grew up like my first words were French words, but English eventually came on, and then Creole third.
Creole third. What part of Haiti you grew up? You were born and raised in? You ask a lot of Haitians. They always say like one specific part, Port-au-Prince, but it's like a lot of different places, right? Gonaive and a lot of different places.
Well, look at you with the names. Look.
Yeah.
Yes. So here's the thing. A lot of people are born in Port-au-Prince because it is the city. It's the capital of the country.
Right.
So it is pretty huge, even though there's towns and whatever, but it's still Port-au-Prince. So from what I understand, I was born in Port-au-Prince. I don't remember the name of the hospital, but when I actually went back when I was 8, I lived in a town called Bon Repos.
Okay.
So we had to drive up maybe 45 minutes going up north. So you're leaving the city behind.
Got you.
So yeah.
So you had a little brother. You were the oldest. How were you as a
Yes.
kid? Were you a lot of trouble? Were you cool, calm, collected, laid back? How were you as a kid?
Cool, calm, collected. Trouble when it was really fun to be, but I don't know, man. I was soaking everything up, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But sometimes to really enjoy certain things, you gotta be a little off.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the
You know
great
what I
ones.
mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So
For sure.
yeah.
Now, then your parents moved here. They went to the city and now Rockland County. Why chose Spring Valley, not like maybe Suffern, Haverstraw, Nyack? Why Spring Valley?
Well, from what I thought you knew everything. But listen, yeah, you have to understand something.
Yeah.
Even as a kid, even before I went back to Haiti, right? My dad would always take trips to Spring Valley because Spring Valley at the time was like the main hub for Haitians out there.
Oh, gotcha.
You could come into Spring Valley and speak Creole. Somebody in the street is gonna help you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah.
So I knew that there was a large population of Haitians. So when we ended up coming to Spring Valley, it was because my dad was actually going through a process of divorce with his wife at the time. Because my parents, they split up since 1980.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
But me coming into the valley, that was when he was going through a situation with his wife at the time, and he moved to the valley. So he has cousins, aunts, uncles, and everything there. So why not?
Yeah. What was your initial thought getting to Spring Valley? Like, this feels like a home away from home. The language pretty much the same. Everything looks a little different. You didn't have any friends, right?
Nah, no friends. But I came into, I think what made it easy for me to kind of like melt into Spring Valley was, I can't remember the name of the apartment complex. It's right there on Main Street. It's like something Gardens or something.
Okay.
So we get there, and this is where my dad had cousins that lived in a couple of apartments. So it was a closed circuit. So we had kids there that some of them were gonna go to the high school, just as I was come September.
Right.
So I guess I kind of explored Spring Valley from that courtyard and then out.
Now you chose Ramapo over Spring Valley High School. What made that choice?
I didn't choose anything. I guess it's the location that we were in, and by
Okay.
district, so they said you go that way.
because I grew up in New City, right? And I could have chose Clarkstown South or North, but I went to Pomona, then Ramapo. So I could have chose as well too, going to Ramapo. But then again,
But
all my
I
friends were going to
was
Ramapo anyway. So
I was wondering about that. You lived
yeah,
in New City, and
right,
if you're not even thinking, we never thought about you being in New City. It still felt
right,
like it was Spring Valley.
right. It was right there. The line is right there. Eckerson Road, 200 building is right there, right?
So they allowed you to go to Ramapo, like which is bananas.
Which is bananas. I could have gone to South or North or Ramapo. And I
Right.
chose to go to Ramapo because
Mm.
all my friends from Pomona were going to Ramapo. So here we are.
Well, we're glad you did.
Yeah. So then you got to Ramapo. Then you met the Fab Five, right? I call us the Fab Five. It was me, it was you, it was Yuri, Jeffy, Chris. What
Yeah.
a bunch of guys, man. Tell us about the Fab Five. What a bunch of guys. It was never always perfect, right?
It
But in
wasn't
the end-
always perfect, but we all we got. I'm gonna say this though. I think from what I left Jersey, if I came to Spring Valley and immediately fell into that type of group,
Right.
things could have been a whole lot different. But I'm gonna say this: I came in, and it would have it that I bump into you, Jeffy, Yuri, and other people, but that main hub of first introductions
Yeah.
kept me sane.
Yeah.
It kept
For
me
sure.
sane because you know what I mean. You guys are like retarded.
Yeah.
You know what
As
I'm
best
saying?
as you can put it. As best as you can put it.
So I'm like, you know what? Oh, I like this. You know,
Right.
I can vibe with this. You know,
Yeah.
I don't have to be mean muggy. I don't have to be in a gang or whatever. You know what? I like this side.
Yeah.
So I just bugged out with y'all, man.
It was amazing times together back in high school when it was cool to kind of have friends, right?
Mhm.
Shed some light on back then when you first met like Jeff T and Yuri and Chris. Fond memories you have of those guys when you first met those guys back in the day.
Well, I gotta say this. Chris came later on. If not, maybe very close to senior year, if it wasn't senior year.
Okay.
So I mean, there's a bunch of other groups of guys too. Like I was hanging out with different groups of people as I was making my way into the valley, integrating.
Right.
I
get
dealt
comfortable.
with different groups of people, not because I was trying to get comfortable, but it's just that I have behaviors that coincides with each group of people.
Right.
So as far as meeting again Jeff and Yuri, it's like it was just a good time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So and as far as highlights, there's probably too many to mention.
Yeah. For sure.
You know,
For
it's
sure.
too many to mention because even up until last May, when me and Jeffy and Yuri met up, it's been a while since all three of us been all together. You know what I mean? All we did was laugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So highlights, they change according to to our age, but it's kind of a lot to mention, man.
Yeah, for sure. Did you have any class with these guys? Myself, Yuri, Chris, Jeff D. Any class back in the day? Who was the class clown back in the day?
Oh man. I don't want to put myself on the front line, but yeah, I had classes with Yuri. I had classes with Jeffy. I'm trying to remember if I had class with you. I think we might have, maybe English or something.
I think we might have too. I think we might have.
Yeah, definitely. But listen, I'm gonna say something. If I had all my classes with each one of you guys, I don't know. I don't know if we would have graduated. Wait, hold on. I just thought about something.
Right.
Speaking of graduate,
Right.
I don't know if anybody knows
Right.
that there's an award for not missing a day of school.
Yes. Yes. Perfect attendance award. Yes.
I don't know if anybody knows this,
Yeah.
but somehow, somewhere, you got a hold of that and you said, "What? I'm gunning for this one."
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
you actually spent all years of high school without missing not one day. And I remember there was days you would come in sick as a dog.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
you would come in for the attendance
Yeah.
and leave.
And leave.
Oh my God.
They call me the Iron
Oh my
Horse,
God.
the Iron Horse,
Oh
man.
my God. I remember you came in, nose running, eyes
Yeah,
bloodshot. I'm like, won't you just go home?
yeah,
Yeah, I'm leaving after third
yeah.
period. You had that thing, that achievement in your mind from day one.
Yeah, I was gonna do that. I think it was I did it in junior high school and I did it in high school. Never missed a day of school, man.
You did in
Crazy.
junior high school too?
Junior high school. Yeah, junior high school.
Oh
Never
my
missed a day.
God.
Yeah. Crazy, 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 crazy stuff, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
More power to you, man. I would have said, you know what, I got a call, man.
I'm calling out, man. I'm done. I'm
I'm
staying
calling
home.
out.
What were summers like, man? Through the years, Six Flags, fondest memories of summer with Jeff D or Yuri, anybody. What was summers like?
Ah man. My summers would be a little mixed, even though I would hang out with the main guys, but again, I was still exploring the city. I'm not saying the city, the valley.
The Valley. Yeah.
And after like it didn't take me long to start spreading out to Haverstraw, Nanuet, what's the other towns?
Suffer and Nyack.
Well, suffering not too much, but Nyack and all of that. But summers were interesting.
Okay.
You know, we always try to keep a job because you know we like hanging out, we like buying stuff.
Yeah.
So we would work, but I would be like, if everybody's off and I had to work and I felt like I'm missing a day,
Right.
you know what?
Right.
Fuck that job.
What was your first job, by the way, in the Valley? You were working during high school, right?
Yes, I
Okay.
did work through high school.
Okay.
First job in the Valley was Au Bon Pain at the mall.
Okay. Okay.
It
You
was
worked
it was
there.
Daniel Mall, which is no longer at this point, which I believe.
Right.
But yeah, it was Au Bon Pain. It was a French bakery slash food spot. So
Manuet Mall. Gotcha.
yeah,
Who was
man. Listen, I used to go to work at Daniel Mall, right? I used to have a bike. The bike had no brakes. So I'm
Riding down
leaving,
59?
riding down 59 and stopping it with the gum of my shoe, bro. Like,
Wow.
hey, man, I was trying to make it to work
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Man. Oh,
every day,
man.
bro.
That's incredible, man. Wow. Who was your favorite teacher back then? Did you ever cut class back then?
Yeah, cut a few classes.
Okay.
Favorite teacher? I don't know if I really had a specific teacher, but there's a few teachers I respected.
Okay.
Mr. Cleveland for one,
For sure.
you know, Lord Cleveland.
Lord Cleveland.
Uh,
Shout out to Mr. Cleveland.
I had I can't remember his full last name, but Mr. P. He was a math teacher.
Okay.
Mrs. Fields. I didn't have. I think I forgot what subject I had her for, but definitely respect that lady.
For sure.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and one more, Mr. Bierman.
Mr. Bierman. Okay.
Mr.
Those-
Bierman. Yeah.
Mr. Bierman.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Cutting class, man. You ever got in trouble? Got sent to the dean's office? Anything? Any sent home?
No, because at one point I was cool with Big Ed. I was cool with
Ed and Ruben. It was Ed and Ruben,
Ed
right?
and Ruben.
Oh, so you were cool with Ed because Ed was related to Darrell, right? So you got
Okay.
okay.
So I was like, all right, you know what? I wouldn't be cutting, but I was kind of cutting.
Yeah.
So Ruben be like, yo, Ajax, man, don't let me catch you in the hallway. Like if I'm going to the cafeteria, you go to the cafeteria. But you know, I
Right.
didn't cut that many classes, but when I did, you know, I had them to look out for me.
For sure. That's hilarious, man. Shout out to Ed and Ruben, man. Great dudes, man.
Yeah.
Great dudes.
Yeah.
Great dudes, man. Last day of high school. You remember that day? I don't know, man. I think it was very, very sad. It was like we're gonna not see each other as much as we were gonna see each other, entering the world as we know it. You remember the last day of high school? What were you doing? Your mood? Anything? And shed some light on the last day of high school.
The last year of high school was kind of like a blur because I'll tell you this though.
Mhm.
I don't think we really understood what was to come after high school. We know we had certain things to do, but I don't think we fully understood the gravity of life after high school.
Right.
I mean, some of us was already grabbing the bull by the horns. You know, some of us had more responsibilities than others. But the last year of school, it did feel like there's this part that you've been living for the past 3 years
Right.
that you may not that you're not going to experience anymore.
Yeah.
Um, it did feel sad, but at the same time, I think everybody was kind of like maybe excited and scared at the same time of what's to come.
Right. For sure. Now we were talking last week. Shed some light on you wanted to play football. It was a football, right? And it kind of
Mhm.
never happened. What happened with the whole football thing?
So with the football, this is when I came into the Valley again, and I'm like, okay, I didn't get a chance to start playing football in the high school in Linden, New Jersey. This is where I was. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try to play football in the Valley. So during the summer, while I'm there, I found out the school I'm going to, and I signed up for football. Now, football training started maybe like a month prior to school starting. Um, so I went to practice every day, and I think I mentioned to you that at one point Akil was my partner.
Yeah, remember? Yeah, Keel settles. Yeah.
Yeah, Akil settled. So me and Akil would run drills. I would have to carry, Akil, and vice versa. Akil be my, "Hey, you got this, you got this." Now Akil's like maybe two and a half times bigger than me, but I got him on my back. He's like, "You got this, you got this." Like, this is
Yeah.
my first time meeting Akil.
Right.
But as we're getting to the end of it, I think I made the team, but no, I did. But it came down to something came up and I needed money. And I had to think about it. I'm like, okay, it's either I play and hope for the best maybe later on.
Right.
But I didn't feel like I had that time, that I didn't have that luxury of doing that. So I got a job. I mean, I had filled out the application during the summer anyway.
Right.
And then it just so happens that they called me just when football was about to start.
Mhm.
So I went to work.
Yeah. That was it.
That was it.
And the football. Favorite spots in Spring Valley, man. There were some great spots, right? We all know the Wiz, the flea market, Nanuet Mall. What was some of your great spots looking back,
You
man?
said the Wiz. Damn. I don't know. I think the favorite spots was where we were at, man. It's like wherever we would congregate at, this is where it would be at. But we remember there was what's that movie theater? I used to go by myself.
Which one? The one by
It was in that same shopping area as shopping area as the shop right at the time.
Okay.
Something Arts, I think it was called.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'd be there a lot watching movies with myself.
Man, those are some great days, man. Flea market, nobody beats the Wiz. You wait
$5 matinees at the
$5.
movies.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Nanuet Mall.
Dollar CD singles and all that. Yeah, man.
Oh man, looking back, what's one thing you would change if you can go back in time, high school, backwards?
Oh man. What, just around high school time or just in life period?
No, high school time, high school, and
If I could go back in time, maybe certain things. Maybe a little tap on my shoulder and be like, listen, try to fine tune what it is that you're trying to aim for. You know what I'm saying? Because there's times where I could have been more serious about certain things and decided to just wave things off. Because there was a lot happening in my life at the time where I'm like, I easily just said, nah, fuck it.
Yeah.
I chose me over the situations and sometimes better things too. So yeah.
Got you. We're gonna go a little sentimental here, a little deep, and touching up on a couple of little things right here. Jeff T, Chris, Yuri, their moms, may they all rest in peace. They were all
Yeah.
great in their own way. I met Yuri's mom in passing a few times. Very quiet. Jeff T's mom, very quiet as well. Chris's
Mhm.
mom, very humble, very gracious with me. Used to cook for me and make sure I ate something.
Right.
Shed some light on those three beautiful souls we lost a couple years ago.
Okay. So I'll say this. Jeffy and Yuri's mom.
Yeah.
Those were like second moms to me. Okay. They they never judged me on how and who I was. But I mean, the reason why also because I even though no matter what I was doing in their presence, I'm always going to be respectful.
Right.
You know what I mean? Um, Chris's mom, I've seen her many times, but we never really got to, really have a conversation or anything like that. But I tell you what, there was never like a bad eye or anything like that. As long as you were with Chris,
Yeah.
then it was all good.
Yeah.
Um, but all three of these women, I'm telling you, those were kind of like the best moms you could have as
Yeah.
outside of your own.
Yeah. For sure.
You know what I mean?
100%. 100%. You lost your dad a few years ago. Shed some light on that. You guys, I'm not sure if you guys are close, not close, but you said something important when we were talking off here last week. Why
Mhm.
is it important to give your parents or significant others their flowers while they're still here?
Well, it's obvious, right? Um, One day they're not gonna be here, and depending on your relationship, sometimes it's not that serious for you to not have a conversation. Now, there's some situations that are completely just off, and you as a presence don't need to be in their presence. All right, those are the seldom few. But losing my dad, like back in 21,
Yeah.
um, it kind of makes you're always thinking, was there anything that was left unsaid? You know,
Yeah.
um, now the thing is with me and my dad, we would always every time we saw each other, we always had a drink, right?
Yeah.
Um, and my dad always been giving me a sip of his drinks ever since I could walk. Don't judge my father, okay? But it was kind of like the custom of things, right? So it's kind
Right.
of like my dad drinking, hey, take a sip.
Yeah.
That's why I never really went crazy for alcohol anywhere else outside of what I know I got. I could go anywhere right now. I'm like, okay, I see alcohol, but I'm not crazy for it because this is something that I've been using. And I think he did that in a way where don't let things like this take control of you.
Right.
But to go back into the relationship, I mean, every relationship with the parents is always going to be rocky at some point. Okay, they have a vision for you, you have a vision for yourself,
Right.
and at some point it clashes. And then until one realizes, like, look, it's their time, and then you also come to terms with this is why they were trying to do the this is why they were trying to guide you in their direction. And now that we have an understanding, you know, we could work this out and have it be smooth sailing.
Yeah.
So I remember, I think I told you that my dad used to say something. Oh well, I think all Haitian parents always say it, especially when there's times when it's rocky. They'll say, "On joue ap chercher, ou ap jwenn," meaning that one day you look for me and you won't find me. So
Mm.
it's kind of like take the opportunity now to either for us to have a good relationship or use me as much as you can to bring yourself up and do and launch yourself.
Right.
Um, so yeah, I mean, it's never gonna be easy. From time to time, you think about it, it saddens you, especially when you're having a drink, right?
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do?
Yeah. If he was alive today, what would you tell him?
I love them,
Yeah.
you know.
Well said. Well said. Life after high school, the military. Any regrets there? Military discharge. Any kind of regrets? What happened there?
Military.
Mhm.
I didn't join the military right after high school.
Okay.
Um, it took me a little bit to actually think about it. So it was supposed to be me and my brother going to the military, and we thought about it as okay. We weren't sure what needed to be done, even though we had our own ideas, but it was a whole notion of you come to military and they'll pay for college and all of that. Now, mind you, I already started the whole college thing. I already went to Jeff and we went to Berkeley.
Okay. I remember that. Yeah, I
Um,
remember that. Yeah.
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 So at some point, again, things were a little hectic on my end. So I let that affect my grades. So then I went on probation. Once you go on probation, which is I think is like a bad system, you go on probation. Now all of a sudden everything got to come out your pocket. There's no second chances. So now it becomes a little rough for you to catch up on what's needed in order for you to stay.
Right.
So I didn't finish that part. So then when the time came, we were talking about the military, and then we said, okay, bet if they'll pay for college, then at this point, why not?
Mhm.
My brother ended up not going because at the last minute search, like they're picking us up to bring us to get deployed. Well,
Right.
not deployed, but we're gonna go to boot camp. And the recruiter comes in and says, yeah, we found a record on your brother, so he can't go. So here I am waving bye to my brother.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'll do it for both of us. I mean, at least, but
Right.
now getting there, it's a whole other experience. But to be honest, there's a lot of lies in what they tell you.
Okay.
So the whole thing of paying for college is they wait till after boot camp.
I think I might have lost Jax there. We're gonna come right back. We're gonna give it a few more seconds here, and then we're gonna come right back. I think Jax is calling. He's calling in right now. Here he is. Here he is. He's calling in.
Oh,
I think I might have lost you there.
yeah, man. I don't know what happened, but
Maybe
okay.
just maybe close that window, that other window that got froze, and then
Let
we'll
me see.
start back up here.
Okay, where we at? Where we at? You there, right?
Yeah, perfect, perfect. We're back. We're back.
Okay.
We are
I just
back.
can't see. I just can't see myself. Hold on. I can't. I got so many tabs open. I got so much stuff going on. Yeah, let me close a few tabs and
All right.
Let's do this. If I lose you again, I'm gonna call right back in.
Yeah, well, I could just stop it. I could stop it now, and then we'll pick back up where we left off. It's all good.
Okay, give me 1 second.